Hey guys, how's it going? JJ, how you doing? Cody, how are you? Glad y'all can make it. What's going on here? I don't know, man. I was having a little trouble trying to get on. About time. It's 8:01. It's 8 o'clock. I got it hit it at 8 o'clock. How'd you do? How'd you do this afternoon? You see anything this afternoon, Cody? Really? Well, I can understand. David Henson, how you doing, bud? Welcome. David, if you can do me a favor and uh, text me your address. I have seemed to have misplaced. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I need your address, David. Can you text it to me or shoot me a private message or something? I have lost it. I don't know where idea where it's at. So if you could see them, that means it was still shooting light, and you should have stayed there. Appreciate that, David. No, they can where Cody's from. He can. They have a fall turkey season. And he went, and it was their opening. I believe it was their opening day was today, and I think he went turkey hunting today. Ain't that something? I wish we had a fall season. I mean, just because I'd like to do it. Mm-mm-mm. So what's going on with everybody tonight? Y'all got anything going on? Walsh Farms, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Pull up a chair and sit down. We're gonna talk ducks here in a little bit. What do y'all think about this? New logo on my truck. That is the new logo on the truck. Put it on today. Doing good, Walsh Farms. I appreciate you asking. He had a rough day today, but he is doing fine. Hey Tom, how you doing? Unpaved Explorer. Sorry. You can ask me a question anytime. We ain't got to start it off yet. So if you got a question, go ahead and ask. Well, little update on the channel. Right now I'm at 265, I believe. Let's see here. I lost my train of thought. I'm at 273 right now. I'm at 273 supporters, and I am working on 500. That's what I want to get before the end of the year. So that's what I'm working on right now. Backward Spark 2, 270. Yeah, okay. Backward Spark 2. I don't believe we met, so welcome. If we have met, I misplaced your name somewhere. Unpaved Explorer asks, is the choke different for steel shot? If you're talking about screw-in chokes, there are steel shot approved screw-in chokes. Yes, and there are lead only. I got it, David. Thank you. And yes, there are. There's steel shot approved, and there are lead only screw-in chokes. Introduced by Bray and Don. Okay, all right. Well, welcome. Welcome. And so I'm. Are you asking me what is a good choke to use, or are there just differences in between steel and lead? Sometimes, yeah, if it's lead only, it is usually marked lead only. Midwest Duck Slayer, how you doing? So if you got a choke tube, hang on a second, let me. Virginia Outdoors Unlimited, how you doing? Midwest Duck Slayer, how you doing? This might be worn off. But this right here is a turkey tube, and it is lead only. So I can only shoot lead on it. I was looking to see if it said it, but it doesn't. It doesn't say on this one. Uh, Shiner guy, how you doing, bud? Homegrown outdoor adventures. Love the teal hunt. Has been my yeah, yeah. It was tough for us. I should have paid attention to what my friends were telling me. That not gonna lie to you, should have paid attention to them. But unpaved explorer. So when you look for choke tubes, if you're going to be waterfowling, it'll have something on it that says waterfowl. It'll be improved cylinder, modified, full choke. And you really need to pattern your gun with the shot and the choke tube to see how it's patterning. First split opens up North Carolina on Wednesday. Yes, I know. I got invited, but I am going to be working. Got a new friend. Met someone over the weekend at a wedding we were at, and he invited me to come up, but I'll be working, so I won't be able to catch the first split. Buckeye Hunting and Fishing. Hey, how you doing? If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. Virginia Outdoors, I have a question for you. A couple of your videos, I saw that you were watching, you were wearing high and dry waders. Tell me about them. Are they any good? Do you like them? I thought I had one in here that was marked lead only. I guess I don't. You love them so far? Okay. I'm gonna have to buy me a. I'm gonna have to buy me a new pair of waders. I got to get a new pair. Okay. Let's see here. I was looking at the high and dry waders. One of our, and I'll go ahead and say his name. It's okay, I guess. But Joel Strickland from Surviving Duck Season. Um, he gets the high and dries. He loves them. I kind of wanted a second opinion. That's why I asked Thomas from Virginia Outdoors. But I'm looking at them. They have neoprene waders, high and dry neoprene, which are 5 millimeter, and their breathables are not insulated. But the boot is you can get 800 grams of insulation, or you can get 1,500 grams of insulation for the boot. And my question is there enough room to layer good in those waders? Because I'm kind of a hefty fella, and I want enough room that I can layer up inside the waders and I don't have to worry about it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Homegrown Outdoors Adventure says he's working on a pattern video for his Stoger. So far, the Coulson's mid-range extended seems to be the best all-purpose. The long-range choke is tight. I've been shooting and in my Browning 12 and my 20 Remington, I've been shooting the Black Cloud Vortex choke tubes, and I'm happy with them. I love them. I got a Benelli with several. I got a Benelli Super Black Eagle back here that's got several different choke tubes, and I haven't found one that I like yet. So, yeah, it'll be yeah, Cody. It'll be cold up there. Your toes freezing in neoprene. I tell you what I have found in my experience, Midwest, is getting a boot that is oversized on you and wearing a good pair of wool socks, and that way the air can circulate inside your boot and it keeps you warmer. Now that's what I have found. You'll stay dry in your bass boat. Yeah, well, you're in Florida, so I mean, really, how cold does it get? Every now and then y'all get chilly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about their neoprene waders. I haven't heard anybody wearing them yet for high and dry, but I do want to try out their breathe. I like breathables. I'm going to tell you, I love. You can move around a whole lot easier in them. They feel like you're wearing a pair of jeans. They're just very comfortable, easy to walk in. So I'm going to try them out. They have a Kevlar, I'm not bulletproof Kevlar, but a Kevlar coating on the outside of them, which helps protect them. So I'm leaning toward that. Another thing is that they're very simple, which means they got a pocket on the outside and they got a pocket on the inside and they got the hand warmers, and that's it. There's no shell loops, and I never use the shell loops to begin with. So I don't need all that fancy stuff hanging off all over the place. So Cody, that Shiner guy releasing bass that Daddy Duck would eat. You doggone right I eat them. Man, I go fishing. I want something to eat. Yeah, okay, so you have the factory choke tubes that came in them. I guarantee you that those choke tubes are steel shot approved. I would be pretty sure that they are, unless that gun is over 50 years old. I would say it's steel shot approved. Let's see, it was in the early 80s, I guess, when they started going to steel shot or non-toxic shot. So you should be good. You talking about the word spook? A Zara spook is a bad word on YouTube? Really? Hey, not a problem on Pave Explorer. I mean, um, that is crazy. That is absolutely nuts. And that's what you get when you got latte sipping me movement people in an outdoor channel that have no clue to what we're talking about. That's crazy. That's just absolutely nuts. That is just absolutely crazy. There's room the two after 100 shots. Yeah, if it's lead only, I wouldn't put steel through it. But unless that gun is like I said, if it was made after, I'd say 85, 1985, 1986, somewhere in there, then I think it'd be fine. It'll be fine to shoot because we were shooting steel shot back in the early 80s. So, and everything was approved for the choke tubes were approved then. It wasn't held in or spam. It just disappeared. Huh. That's crazy. NT Outdoors, how you doing? Well, while I got more people in here now, I'm going to show this picture again. I got a new logo done up. Can y'all see that? I put that on the back of my truck. There we go. Hope everybody can see that. That's my new logo. Well, homegrown, let me show you something. These are the Rogers 3-in-1 breathable wader. Now, they have the zip out liner, the 2 zip out liners that Frog Tog has. Basically, this wader is a Frog Tog. These are Frog Tog waders. They just put Rogers' name on the front of them. Now, if you look, I don't know if you can see this, but that's all shoe goo, and all the seams were leaking. Every one of them. I put them on, I started wearing them, and all the seams started leaking. Now, another thing is when I went to go wear them and put them on without the insulation, then this portion of the boot where your insulation zips onto it, it folds up on you while you're trying to put your foot in there and get your foot stuck, and you can't get your waders on. Another thing is, I don't know if you can see it, but right here is starting to come apart on the boot. And I have not even had these a year. Not even a year. And I've had to re-seam them. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of buying waders that are junk. I've talked to several people who have Frog Togs. They love them, the ones that got them. But and I got my boot size that I normally get, and the whole 9 yards. Got them in stout because I'm a big guy. But I can't get my boot in there. I can't get my foot in the boot. It won't. I mean, by the time I get my foot in the boot, the hunting season's over, and I'm tired of it. If lead is so toxic, why? Well, ducks don't feed in pine tree thickets, I guess. Midwest duck slayer, that is a question of the ages. The only ducks that I've ever seen die of lead poisoning have been ones that I shot back in the 70s. with number 5 2 3/4 baby magnums. It's I think it's crazy. I think it was a push by certain groups who were trying to raise the price of hunting, of waterfowl hunting, and I think another push by certain companies that make steel to make a profit. And yes, fishermen use lead weights. I use lead weights. But I guess that the pellets from a shotgun shell are smaller than your general lead weights, even the very small clip-on weights that you use for brim fishing, that the ducks won't sift it. Yeah, all steel now on the wheel weights. Yeah, I don't get it. I think it's just a way of making us have to buy more expensive stuff. Personally, yeah. But getting back to waders, I'm going to try out the high and dry. Um, as far as I know, they only have like 3. They only have 2 camo patterns and one solid. It's a brown. The brown is solid. Then they have mossy oak blade camo pattern, and they just come out with a mossy oak bottomland. I wish they'd get natural gear because that's the camo pattern I like, but yeah, the price of lead is going to go through the roof with this ammo shortage. You got that right. And yeah, David, I agree with you. I'm just saying, that maybe it's the lead pellets in the mud and stuff. They think it's a seed, and that was their reasoning behind it. And the bigger weights, yeah, I know they can eat acorns. They can eat an acorn, that big around without a problem. Just a law to made the right tickets. Yep, I agree. I think we got too many regulations for waterfowl hunting as it is. Don't need any more. Big Joe's Outdoors. How you doing, bud? Thanks for stopping in. Y'all do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for me. I'm sorry, the thumbs up button. If you're here, you probably already subscribed, right? Hit that big old thumbs up for me. Well, we're going to be talking a little bit of duck here. Right now, let's see. Here in South Carolina, our teal season is over. Ended the 26th of September. My season was a big old goose egg. I saw 2 small flocks of teal, and I don't even count them as seeing anything. That's how small. I'm talking about a flock of 4 or 5. That was it. There were some teal that were shot down here. Most of them were on the coast, and I neglected to go down there this year. I got a case of the hardhead. Yeah, Cody's done racking up the geese and the ducks and the cranes and the bears and everything else. But I got a case of the hardhead, and I didn't go down to the coast. And then the day I wanted to go to the coast, my son was running late, getting to the house so we could go, and then we hunted close, and then we had motor issues. So it was a good thing we didn't go to the coast. Small blessings. But I think most of the early teal season is over with, if I'm not mistaken, across the country. And what we know commonly referred to as the big duck season has started out west. North Carolina starts their first split on Wednesday, I believe. And our first split doesn't start until November, I believe it's November 21st. So I'm getting ready for that. Got my boat back in order and going to start doing some scouting here. Got a few fellows that we're gonna pull our resources together and try to get up there and do some hunting. And we're going to hit it all. We're going to hit the lakes, the swamps, and the coast. See, Big Joe, I'm trying to hang on, Big Joe. Oh, you were talking about lead shot and duck hunting. I had pictures of a duck gizzard full of steel shot. They would use lead the same way in their gizzards. Yeah, I mean they're going to use small sand and stuff um, to grind up their food in the gizzards. But again, I've never seen one. I personally have never seen one die of lead poisoning at all. Unpaved Explorer, okay, gotcha. Come on back if you get a chance. You're broke from having to buy all the licenses. Oh man. But like I said, the early teal season for us was a bust. Uh, I was hearing of big flocks of teal north of us when our teal season went out. And then I heard as soon as our teal season went out, people started seeing ducks. I was getting reports of ducks on our lake, of teal on our lake. And late migration, the weather, I mean, it's a whole big gamut we could talk about. I honestly just don't know. Your boat broke too, Big Joe? Yeah, I had a belt in my Go Devil break, and luckily enough, I was able to get it fixed that day. But by the time I got it fixed, I was too tired to go back. Our duck season opens in South Carolina on November 21st. Our temps, lows in the lows are fluctuating between the high 50s and low 60s for lows. Are you saying that your trim broke on your motor or your trim motor took a week to get in? The trim on the motor. Right now, like I said, our temps are running high 50s. Our lows are running in the high 50s to low 60s. Your Midwest, yours opens up October 26th. When do the Gators go to sleep for the season? When it gets cold. Thomas, I have actually seen alligators. It'll be 30 something degrees surface temp. And I have actually seen alligators walking along the bottom of the lake. So, but they're sluggish. You could almost get on their back and walk around with them. They're very sluggish then, but I have seen them. Y'all had a killing frost, man. It's like my song says, ain't no frost on the ground. You pass on that. Oh man, come on down to play. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. You have never lived till you've had to chase a duck down that an alligator is going after. I'm telling you, you've never lived. You haven't lived yet. Big Joe, you are you out of Louisiana or Texas? I can't remember, bud. You'll pass on that. Okay. Oh, more. Oh, great. No more Gator talk. Oh, goodness. Ain't nobody gonna die from getting eaten by an alligator. Trust me, they ain't gonna mess with you. Houma, Louisiana. All right. I got a. My best friend lives in St. Martinsville, and I have duck hunted all over Cameron Parish, up in Monroe. Um, I love that. I love y'all. I love your state, man. I really do. Every time I go down there, I have a great time. You got some good people down there, buddy. They'll eat both. Virginia, Thomas. They'll eat both. They'll eat the seeds, and they can sometimes. They'll if it's shallow enough, they can dig up the tubers. And that's what I've been told. That's what I was told by the guys when I was helping them plant that day. Oh, bismuth. Okay, I love bismuth. Um, I do. It is the closest thing to lead shot that has come out, and I don't know the ages of anybody here. I don't know if y'all were able to shoot lead shot when you first started duck hunting. I was. I'm old enough to remember when lead shot was legal, and we would shoot in a 12 gauge, 2 and 3/4 number fives, and it was a great load. I mean, I've actually shot big ducks, mallards, canvasbacks, bluebills, diamond ducks with a 7.5 high brass shell in lead and kill them dead. There was no cripple. They were killed dead. And I think bismuth is the closest that we can get to lead without actually being lead. Um, I've got a couple boxes in my safe that I have for my 20 gauge. I want to order some from Boss Ammo to for my 16 because it is an old Belgian Browning and it has a fixed full choke. And I really want to get some number fives to pattern through it because that was the load that we shot. I shot when I was a kid and I loved it. And I love it. I really do. I think it's a great shot. I really do. Um, I still have some steel shot in my cabinet that I'm just hoping to shoot it out. I just want to get rid of it now because I want to go straight to nothing but bismuth. That's all I want to do. Fished with Captain Lloyd Laundry from Outcast Fishing Charters last year in Thero, Louisiana. Caught some nice bull reds and a bunch of trout. Yes, sir. I went on a casting blast many years ago down in Hackberry, Louisiana, when Terry Shaughnessy was the owner and operator of the Hackberry Rod and Gun Club. I think now Terry has moved to Florida, I believe, but his stepsons, and I can't remember their first names, but I think their last name was Stansel. I think they're still running the Hackberry Rod and Gun Club, and they have a really good uh, operation down there. Got great food, and went on a duck hunt in the morning, and went fishing for reds and trout in the afternoon. Night and day versus steel, in my opinion, as well. Yeah, I love it, man. Thomas, I love bismuth. I really do. What's my thoughts on Scott Limit? I don't generally target diving ducks that often. I'm more of the puddle duck kind of guy. I like my swamps where there's uh, green winged teal, a lot of summer ducks, mallards, black ducks, gadwall, widgeon, pintails, that kind of thing is what I generally go after. I know that the bluebills or scaup are on a decline. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what the impact's going to be. Um, I just don't hunt diving ducks that often, and I have I have decoys for them, and occasionally I'll target them, but we don't see them as often as we used to once they got rid of the hydrilla on our lakes. So if we want to go after diving ducks, we usually go down to the coast, and we usually limit out on puddle ducks before the diving ducks get in. So you need them ducks to get a mess, huh? You need them dumb ducks. Yeah. When you cook your diving ducks, you just make a gumbo out of them, or do you fillet the breast out? Because on diving ducks, that's all we do is make gumbos. Cook them like a steak, fillet them out, and a little seasoning on them, and cook them just like a steak. Okay. Yeah, I do that with a lot of my puddle ducks as well. We'll take them and on those diving ducks, we'll pick them whole. Now, unless it's a canvasback, if it's a canvasback, I'm going to pick it whole and I'm going to roast it. But any other ducks, any other divers like your bluebills, your ringnecks, redheads, buffleheads, I will pick them whole and clean them, and then I'll boil them down like a chicken, and I'll either make a what we call a perlo, or either I'll make a gumbo out of it. And if I do cook them any other way, I may cook them in a slow cooker. I'll pick them whole and put them on season them up real good, and then I'll put them in the smoker for about an hour or so, and just to get the smoke ring on them, maybe an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll put them in a slow cooker. Either use a stove or like a crock pot kind of thing. Redhead fajitas. I know a lot of guys that do them. They love them. Hopefully soon, huh? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, that ought to be nice. But do you think that the taste of farm raised ducks and geese are, I mean, I see a difference in the taste between a domesticated duck or goose or a farm raised duck and goose compared to a wild duck or a wild goose. To me, there's a difference in the taste. Do you see that very often, Joe? Unpaved Explorer, welcome back. So as I was, yeah, they're milder. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Well, undoubtedly you don't eat a lot of fish either. But no, I'm just cutting up with you, Shiner, Rob. Um, I love to eat, especially wild ducks and geese. I love the taste. I love the flavors. Um, and I'll tell you what, if I can get some packaged up, and if I ever get down to Florida, I'll cook you some. Those teal taste so good. They're classy eaters. Yeah. Hey, Tubby guys, how you doing? Welcome. We're doing good, buddy. Just trying to make a day of it. Early Bird Farms, how you doing, buddy? Guys, if you haven't got Early Bird Farm, go ahead and check him out. Does a little bit of homesteading, and let's see if I can remember how to do this. Give me a second. Okay, where'd it go? There we go. Share. Copy link. Paste. If y'all haven't got Early Bird Farms, y'all go and take a look at him. Does a little bit of homesteading, um, does some deer hunting and some other stuff. He is a South Carolinian, so if y'all get a chance, go check him out. You know we like to support people here, so just check him out. If you like him, y'all know what to do. Hey, not a problem, buddy. Not a problem. I know you do, Rob. I know you do. I think me and you just cut fool with each other because I just like cutting fool with you, man. We do release a lot of big fish, but that day we were hungry and we wanted some fish fillets. So we only kept, I think, like 3 fish that day to begin with. You know what, Joe? I like coot too, and I like to cook the gizzards on the coot. And if I'm going to try this weekend, and I'm hoping to Sunday go out and hunt what is commonly referred to as a moor hen. We call them swamp chickens, and they're similar to a coot. Coot has a white bill. A moor hen has a red bill, and they actually have 3 distinct toes, where a coot is more webbed, a little bit webbed. These have 3 distinct, like a chicken foot. And I'm hoping that I can go hunt some Sunday. I got to see what's going on, and I'm gonna cook them. I'm gonna hopefully kill some and then cook them up for y'all. Here, I had a little lag there for a second. Candy corn coot. You're going to send Big Joe. You're going to send me that recipe. I want to try that out. Now, do you fry your coot gizzards, or do you like a chicken gizzard, or do you do something special? Galanoo, yeah, the purple galanoo, and then the moorhen are basically the same bird, just a different color variation. And we call them swamp chickens. All right, let's see. How can I get to the other guy's channel from the live chat? I'll tell you what I do, and I just have to open up another page and then type in their names. Yes, we have, Tubby. I got one of those myself. Let me see. I think I got a picture of my buddy in here somewhere. This, that right there is mine. My good friend was taken away from us way too early. Um, Passed away in a house fire trying to get people out of his apartment complex many years ago, many years ago. Really good friend, and I miss him every day. So yeah, that video that After Five did really hit home as well. And I actually went and found the old photographs and went through them the other day and put one on my phone, so I'd always have it with me. Okay, Early Bird, you have my number and you know how to get in touch with me, and it's November 21st. I'm just saying. I don't know if any I don't know if any of the guides do the cast and blast in the Charleston area, but I know a lot of guys that do. When we used to go to the coast a lot, that's what we did. We would duck hunt in the morning, and once the flight started to wind down, we'd roll up the blind and grab a rod. We'd always carry one rod and a small tackle box, and we drop the trolling motor and fish the way back. We were. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you out there, Early Bird. But ducks do hold. I chase them, man. I gotta kill them. They're evil creatures. Must be eradicated from the earth. I've been told when it comes to duck hunting, I leave my pride at home. I'll try to get on any duck hunt I can. Yeah, and it does, Cody. It really does. And I mean, I enjoyed that video. I really did, and I appreciated it because it brought back a lot of good memories, even some bad memories. But it did bring back a lot of good memories, and that duck hunt was one of them. On that particular duck hunt, um, everything was iced. Very seldom do we get any ice down here, and everything was pretty much iced up. We broke ice going into the swamp, and we found one open hole that the ducks were using. And if you see in the picture, we shot our limit of summer ducks, but we also finished out our limit on widgeon. And we get widgeon down here, but not that as thick as they were. That cold front just pushed them in, and we finished our limits out on widgeon. Early bird, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. Yeah, and that's why I did my video with my dad on that fishing trip where we kept the fish that me and Rob have been that Shiner guy have been picking on each other about. I've never had him on film, and I wanted him on film, and that's why we were, now I've got him. I got him on film now, and he'll, in my mind, he'll always be ever immortalized. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Oh, don't get me wrong. He was a pain in the butt while we were fishing. He kept thinking I was trying to tournament fish, and I was playing with the fish. It was. There was a lot more cutting up that wasn't on film. I can assure you of that, Rob. there was some downright good arguments going on in that little boat, and of course, every now and then I'd put my rod down and grab the sides of that little boat and kind of rock it a little bit and scare him half to death. He told me he was getting ready to have a heart attack. I said, "That's all right. I'll fold you up and put you in the cooler and continue fishing." But that's how we pick on each other. So it was all good. We had a fun day. Well, hello, Mrs. After Five. How you doing? Yeah, speaking of haircuts, I need one bad. But they won't let you into the haircutting salon unless you wear a mask, and I'm just not wearing a mask. Cheap, man. Have a wetland stamp and a duck stamp. You have to have your license. You have to have what's known as a HIP, which is a harvest information program, which is free. We have to have a state stamp, a South Carolina state stamp, and we have to have the federal stamp. And if you hunt wildlife management areas, you got to have a wildlife management area permit. I can understand. Well, if I have missed anybody who has come in, I just want to give out a big hello to everyone, and thanks for coming in. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of paperwork to duck hunt. And then you got to be a lawyer to understand all the regulations, or at least have one in the boat with you. Well, the Big No Bunch, how y'all doing? How many of y'all I got in there? I gotta have Jay, and Josh and Jake. Are y'all all three there watching? Yeah, Ronnie, I know there are so many regulations in duck hunting, and so many duck hunters out there now. It can be frustrating, but I'm going to play something for y'all that was sent to me, and I'm going to show y'all some talent. Do y'all? If I'm quite sure that everybody knows what a traducan is, and if you want to learn how to call a traducan, then you need to learn from this guy right here.
Christmas, so we're going to teach you how to call in the elusive turducken with one call, a duck call. So we're going to start out with a little the tur part of turducken. Then we'll go into the duck part. Then you want to finish with the end part of turducken. And that will help you call in the elusive turducken.
So if y'all have not got the Binknell Bunch, y'all need to get a hold of them. One of my favorite YouTubers. Let me see if I can find them. Well, all the times that I have blown a duck call, I don't think I've ever tried to make a turkey noise out of it. I can make a chicken, I can make a duck, but I don't think I've ever tried to make a turkey call out of it. That was pretty good. Big Joe's going to be in a chicken calling contest this season. If y'all get a chance, go over and see the Binknell Bunch and their YouTube. I'm telling you, and I think I've mentioned them before on my lives. But Jay has a 2-minute devotional that he puts out every so often, and he breaks it down what I say country style, and I enjoy it. I really do enjoy listening to that 2-minute devotional. The elusive Muscovy. You laugh. We shot one up in Ronnie Early Bird. I'm sorry, Early Bird Farms will know the area, but we were in Spalkerberry one year, many years ago, and we had a Muscovy fly in, and no one knew what it was, and we shot it just out of pure fright because it's a big, ugly duck. We had no clue to what it was, but one flew in, and we shot it, and later that day, we realized we shot somebody's pet duck. But yeah, I have seen them fly and come in the decoys. It is, Tubby. It really is. I enjoy the sunrises. I enjoy the camaraderie of the other duck hunters that I'm hunting with, and I like to cook when I'm out there. So yeah, and I like to cook, and so we're having a good time. We're eating. We're trying to kill a few ducks, and it's all about. To me, that's what it's about. Yeah, and it did. I'm telling you, I thought it was a dragon coming in. Honestly, the fastest duck on record, if I am not mistaken, was a red-breasted merganser, and I think it was at 72 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Teal are small and they are fast. They're not as fast as that red-breasted merganser, but because of their size and the way that they can move and manipulate, seems to be a more challenging shot. But if you've never shot summer ducks, or if you prefer wood ducks, and I'm just going to say it, hashtag, somebody put that up for me, hashtag summer duck. When they're coming through the trees and they're doing their thing, and it's a tight cover, that is the most challenging shot. I've had them 15 yards and slap out and missed them. Yeah, it was the canvasback at one time. I think they clocked one, but I think it was a red-breasted merganser that they clocked at 72. I think it was 72 miles an hour. Hashtag summer duck. That's right. Need to make that a. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt. I think. But a canvasback can move pretty quick too. But I think for me the most challenging shot is summer ducks coming through the trees in a swamp. When they're coming through the trees and they're doing all kind of crazy stuff through there, that's that to me is the most challenging shot. I do. I do use dogs, and I do use dogs. And hey, Gail, and but my lab is 11 over a little over 11 years old, and she's got a very severe case of arthritis, and I have retired her, and I will not get. She's a lab, a yellow lab, and I will not get another one until she is gone from us, and then it would probably be a while because she is still my baby. I mean, one of the best dogs I've ever owned. I just got on. Jake is upstairs. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say thanks for the bling. He sent the present. Okay, so in case y'all don't know what I'm saying, the Beat No Bunch, there's his son, Jay's sons, Jake and Josh. Um, Undoubtedly, they are my two biggest fans in the world. So I sent them a Daddy Duck truck sticker each, and that's where he's talking about the bling. Um, so they got a big kick out of it. I have two labs, early bird, two labs, and I am considering once Miss Gracie leaves us, I am considering three dogs right now, three different breeds. I've always had labs, so that will be my pretty much my number one choice. But I am considering a Boykin, and I am also considering a standard hunting poodle. My only concern with the poodle is the lack of being able to take really cold weather. I know you can do things like wrap them up in a coat, the vest that they can wear, or and have a blanket for them to get up under. But I am concerned about that because even though it doesn't get that cold, it does get cold from time to time, and so I have not. I don't know yet. Um, but I'm thinking of those three dogs. So and Gail Southern Living, my cat Princess Leah died this year. I'm sorry to hear that, Gail. I really am. I'm just getting tickled when I find out I got a 2-man fan club. That just tickles me to death. All right, so your nephew raises Boykins. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get together this year and maybe you can teach me a little bit about Boykins. Yeah, it's always hard losing a pet. I mean, it really is. It become part of your family. All right, Tubby, you take care of yourself, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit that like button for me on your way out. Not her. I have had some hard-headed dogs in the past, but she was very quick. I'll put it to you like this: when she was 8 months old, um, I had a duck hunt lined up in a local swamp here, and it was kind of a walk-in, and we just had to wade waist deep for about maybe 30 yards until we got into about some. I appreciate it, Tubby. Uh, we had to wade in about waist deep. Of course, she was 8 months old, so I carried her in, got her to where we were going to hunt, which was very, very shallow. Put her on a tree stand, and all I was doing, I didn't even carry well, I had a gun, but I wasn't going to shoot. I just wanted to watch her and see how she reacted. And ducks came in. We ended up shooting 13. There was a large group of us, and we ended up shooting 13 summer ducks. Now they did not fall very far. I would say the farthest one fell about maybe 30 yards away. And I had been training her and working her and whatnot, but I just wanted to see what she was about. And she picked up every one of those ducks and came back. And I even hit the whistle on her a few times to get her away from one to go to another one, and that was a little bit further away. And she reacted very well, very well. And she's always reacted really well to the whistle and hand signals. One of my fastest learning dogs that I've ever owned. I wanted to take her and start doing a field trials with her. However, a few months later, she had an accident where she ended up breaking her, I believe it was her right rear leg, and that ended her career. As far as field trialing, and shortly after that, we had her fixed, so she couldn't have any puppies. And I just kept her as a hunting dog, and she was an awesome hunting dog. She still has one great nose. She still has the drive. She just doesn't have the legs for it. She was my best out of all the dogs I've owned. She's been my best, and I've had some really good dogs. They say that a man usually gets one good dog in a lifetime. I've had three, and I've been blessed with that. And I do train all my dogs. I don't send them off to trainers. I train all my dogs myself. But she was by far the best. Early bird, I'm just saying, I get that special invite. I'll bring the biscuit maker and biscuits and sausage, and I can do some cooking. I can do some cooking while we're out there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I have had a few very hard-headed dogs as well. And I find that most of my hard-headed dogs are usually males. Um, I've had a couple of male dogs. They were good. They weren't the best, and they were good, but they were hard-headed. Oh my goodness! It just seems like the females are a lot more gentler and more soft mouth, and they have a tendency to please more. Yes, I do know that you cook, and just so you know, I watched one of your cooking videos the other day, and I now have a bag of fresh picked okra that I got from a friend over the weekend, and I'm gonna be blanching them here shortly. Women take instruction well. That's funny, Gail. So, but I found out that most of my female dogs have always been better dogs. Um, I've had a couple of males, and whew, not your wife. I'll leave it at that, there, Rob. We'll leave it at that. Uh, no comment. Oh goodness. And I also have found this out. I have owned black labs and I've owned yellow labs, and the black labs have more drive. They have a lot more drive, but the yellow labs have a tendency to want to please more. So you lose the hard hitting drive of a black lab, and on a yellow lab you get they want to please more. They're not as hard hitting. What I mean by that is hitting the water hard, charging full steam ahead. They're more gentle going in the water, but they want to please you more and faster. To eat any of the innards, or you just feed the heart and liver? I don't feed any of that to my dogs. They get a strict diet of the best quality dog food that I can get, that I can afford. And once they start on that, I usually keep them on that regimen. I know a lot of guys that do feed their dogs the heart, liver, and kidneys of ducks and stuff, but I do not feed that to mine. There's no rhyme or reason of why I don't. I just don't do it. I've just never done it because, generally speaking, growing up, we would eat that stuff ourselves. So, wasn't going to give it to a dog. Here lately, I got two older labs, and I've been giving them high protein. The senior, they call it the Purina Senior. I believe it's the senior food dog chow that they have. Comes in a brown bag. I don't know the name. Oh, I thought I had it in here, but I don't. That's what I've been feeding them. I've always fed them that. I've always had dogs that did really, really well on that. When it gets colder, and I'm hunting them, then I do supplement some of their food with some other stuff, like little extra kibble, that kind of thing from the hamburger. The looks like hamburger, but it's not. You get them in little packets. I'll sprinkle some of that when it gets colder and I'm working them harder. Um, I don't normally feed them before a hunt. They always get fed after the hunt. But on a cold day, I may take some dog food in a Ziploc bag and a very little amount too. I'm talking about, just a handful. I've had dogs. I mean, I've never had dogs do this, but I've had friends of mine that has happened to their dogs, that they'll feed them while they're duck hunting in that cold, and when they're going after chasing a cripple or even just retrieving, labs have a tendency of their stomachs flipping, and that's happened to several of the guys that I know, um, while we've been duck hunting, and they've had to get we've had to jump in boats and take off for the hill, leave everything, go to the hill, get them in a truck, and get that dog to a vet. So we don't feed during the hunt. But if I do take something, it's very, very little, very, very little bit of food, very little. Um, I have made some broth before, um, from the carcass. When I'm making, um, I've done it. I have done it, but I don't do it that often. Yeah, I've known labs that have their stomachs flip for no reason whatsoever. I mean, they just eat too much, eat too fast, and they get out and start running. And I kind of like take it. You remember the old stories you used to hear from probably your mom or your grandparents? You don't go swimming after you eat lunch. You can't. You had to wait 30 minutes or so before you could go swimming because you get a cramp and you drown. I take that theory with my dogs because I do know that labs have their stomachs have a tendency to flip after they eat, um, and they get really active afterwards. And that is one of the reasons. That's why I don't feed my dogs before a hunt. I don't feed them the night before. I feed them. I feed in the morning when we get up in the morning. We give them food. Now they may get a little snack or something throughout the day, or maybe in the evening. If let's say we made a gravy, cooked some fried deer steaks or something and made a gravy, we'll put a half a cup of food in their bowls and maybe some little bit of gravy just to, give them something special. Okay. All right, early bird, go pray with the kids. And you take care of yourself. Give me a holler sometime, man. Anytime. You got my number. Just give me a holler. And you take care of yourself. Now I'll tell you what I do Unpaved Explorer is when I did a video on doing a low country shrimp boil, and I kept the broth that I cooked that in, and then I reduced it to a smaller amount, and then I put the shells of the crab and the the king crab that we have and the shrimp shells in there, and then I brought it back to a boil and let it simmer for about 20-30 minutes, and then I'll um, sift it out, and I've used that broth to make other shrimp boils and stuff with as a kind of a more added flavor. But I have done that. Cody, can you still hear? Just checking on you. All right. So what's everybody doing? Anything good? Any plans for this week? Any hunting trips, fishing trips? Well, somebody's got to be doing something. Am I even still here? A surprise birthday lunch for your mom on Wednesday. That's awesome. Well, I'm quite sure she'll enjoy that. Just not enough. They're too short and there's not enough meat on them to worry about, to be quite honest. Most people just eat the breast out of the ducks. I like it all, and I will cook them whole. But a lot of people just fillet the breast out. The easiest thing to do is just fillet the breast out and make a duck popper, which is fillet the breast out, then butterfly it open, maybe put some cream cheese and a pepper or something in it, fold it back over, wrap it in bacon, marinate it 30, 45 minutes in zesty Italian dressing, throw it on the grill and cook it medium rare and go to town, eat. If you want to spend more time, you can slow cook them or smoke them. Some people pick them whole and then fillet all the meat off of them. If you get a really like a mallard, a bigger duck, a mallard with some really good fat on the breast, they'll leave the fat on the breast and then cook it like a steak. And especially if you got like a flat top grill or something, get you some duck fat. You can buy it at the stores. Get just domesticated duck fat. Put a little duck fat on the grill on your little griddle, and then cook it like a steak. Season it the way you like it. I use McCormick's steak seasoning, and sprinkle a little bit of that on there, and cook it just like a steak. And tongue will slap your brain out, son. I'm telling you. It's some good eats. Make a little roasted vegetables, like some roasted squash or zucchini or Brussels sprouts. Make a little apple glaze or something to put on it. Make me hungry. But we're I know the rest of the, let's see here. Are y'all getting the rain from I believe it's called Delta? Is that the new storm out there? Is that where you're getting your rain from? We're expecting it here shortly. Um, I know some people who quarter their ducks, um, but we don't. There's not enough there. There's really just not enough there to do that to cut it up like chicken. There's just not enough. Most ducks are too small for it. Even a big fat mallard and a goose is just way too big to do it. And if you're thinking about frying them, I have tried to fry duck, and I did it 3 times, and I will not do it again. Now, if somebody's got a recipe out there, a way to do it, please let me know, because every way I've tried it, I didn't like it, and to me, I was just wasting. I feel like I was wasting that bird. So we don't do it. But when I slow cook one, a whole duck in the slow cooker, whether it be a crock pot or a cast iron pot that I have, when I serve it, I will cut it in half. So you have the breast, a little small thigh, and a small leg. But to cut it up into pieces, just really not enough meat there. It, you know, you, I mean, you're talking about something that's like that. That's all you're getting if you have one. So a little bit every day, okay. I know there's another storm out there I think it's called Delta. We're supposed to be getting some rain off here in South Carolina from it, but I haven't really been paying attention to see where it's coming from. Unpaved Explorer, I have come to a realization: don't try to cook duck like a chicken. Um, don't think of it as a chicken, because you're not. It doesn't taste anything like a chicken. So don't try to do that. There's several recipes that are out there. I mean, I have a few of my own. My dad has actually written a cookbook. He's got some recipes that he has in his cookbooks. So don't think of it as like trying to cook a chicken. Um, Usually when I grill, when I grill ducks, I think of it like a steak. I want my steak medium rare, and that's how I want my ducks. Because if you cook them too long, they get dried out, and they're tough as shoe leather. So don't think of it like that. And duck can feed how many people? Well, it depends on the duck. If it's a teal, one teal, that's a half a meal for one person. There's a very small duck. A mallard, I can eat a whole mallard by myself without a problem. So if I kill 2 mallards, a brace of mallards, and it's just me and my wife, I cook two ducks. I figure a large duck, 1 duck per person, medium size, 1 to 1.5 per person. Small ducks like teal, at least 2 per person. They're very, now we're talking about wild ducks here, and we're not talking domesticated, pen raised ducks. We're talking about wild ducks. Louisiana's in the crosshairs again. Yeah. That must be where Delta's coming up through. Did that help you out there, John? There's an old saying in the duck hunting world. On the duck hunting world, you give a man a duck and it will feed him for a day. You teach a man to duck hunt and he will go broke and starve to death. That is a saying. Well, I guess it kind of all depends on how much you can eat too. And are you cooking? Do you have anything else that's going with that duck? Um, Generally, um, 2 ducks. I get 2 if I fillet the breast out. I have two small steaks, and I cook like two small steaks, and that will feed. Well, you'll have actually four small steaks. Two, the duck got two sides of the breast, and that feeds me and my wife. So, I guess it all depends on how much you eat. Also comes into play, and then whatever your sides are, if you got a lot of vegetables or potatoes that go with it. But see, we like duck. We really like duck. It's one of our favorite meats to eat, and so when we eat, we eat. I'll put it to you like this. I did. Let's see. We killed. There was six of us one morning, and we shot. Each man shot six ducks that morning. We shot a 6-man limit. The limit is six ducks per person. Um, so six times six. We filleted the breast out. We made poppers out of them. We put them on the grill, and there was nothing left. There was nothing left. Nothing. Out of six people, we ate every last one of those ducks. Now, granted, we were just eating the breast out of them. And those were, I would say, they were small to medium sized ducks. They were teal and summer ducks. All right. What else we got out there? Does anybody know if we have anything else going on out there? Any other live streams? I haven't really been paying attention. Hot Wings, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. How you been doing, man? Oh, not a problem, bro. Not a problem. I didn't know Cap was doing one. Is he done with his, or is he still going? Hey, not a problem, John. I'm happy to answer any questions if I can. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know it, but I will try to find an answer for you. Got your fishing license and tackle yesterday. Awesome. And Captain just finished his stream about 5 minutes ago. Awesome. Okay. Maybe we get a few people in. Hey, David, tell me what you think about my new. I'm kind of proud of it myself. There's my new logo I got on my truck. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Thanks, Rob. My sister did that for me. David? Are you still in here, or have you already left? David Henson. I'm sorry, from Flatwood Lanyards. Are you still in here, or have you left? We got a couple Davids in here now. All right, you survived. She did it herself. She actually did it herself. She has a she does all that. Um, she did this one, another decal she did for me. Um, let's see here. She did a shirt for me on one of my camo shirts. And she did a lot of times. I wear sweatpants when I'm duck hunting underneath my waders, and she put the logo on my sweatpants for me. Oh, okay. I gotta back up. I just saw something. Well, that's just awesome, Rob. That is crazy awesome. Yeah, before Rob, I think before you got in, there was another channel that came in called the Binknell Bunch, and I don't know if they're still here or not, but the two kids, he's got two kids, and Jake and Josh, and I sent them some stickers. Man, they're like my little fan club. I can't believe I already got a fan club going on. Two people, but I got a fan club. Yeah, he's here. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been recognized yet. I think most people run from me, but that's all right. Saltwater Born, how you doing? Welcome. I try to do my live streams on Monday nights at 8, John. I think I've missed the last couple because I've just been too busy doing other things, family things around the house. So, but I'm trying to get back into that every Monday night at 8 o'clock is what I'm trying for. And thanks for coming in, John. If you're leaving, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yes, sir, we will. You take care of yourself. Well, guys, I'm gonna be on here for about another 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna have to call it quits tonight. I have to leave in the morning for work. I have to leave by 3 a.m. So I'm only gonna be here about another 10 minutes. All right, Rob. We're gonna get you there, man. I know, and I got to go to work too, and I got a 3 hour drive up there where I'm going, and then a 3 hour drive back, and then work. I'm not staying the night. I know, man, but and a lot of us know how hard you worked on that, and then most of us know what happened, and we want to get you there, man. We really do. I'm nowhere close, so I'm not worried about it. We got to get you there too, Cody. Cody, you're about halfway on subs, right? Or a little over half. So we got to get you there. I'm going through that too right now, David. I'm having trouble. I'll pick up three or four and then I lose two or three, and I don't know what's going on. It's like I get something and I get purged. I get them back and then I get purged. He is. Isn't that something? He's been coming out. Yeah, he has. He has been coming out with some great video. You'll get there, man. I promise you. Oh, I'll get there. All I need is all I personally. What I think I need is I need some good a couple of good duck hunts. Just a couple of good duck hunts, and that's what I need. Well, I got the ideas. It's just every one of them can be done right here sitting at this desk, and that just gets boring after a while. That's my problem. I need to go somewhere and do them. Get a little atmosphere behind me or something. But I can do. I can. I got a whole notepad right here full of ideas. It's just getting out there and doing it. That's where I'm running it and getting a good backdrop. But I'm hoping. After amputation. But that would make a great video, man. And if I video it for you when you come down here, I will give you the video so you can post it. But that would make for a great video. I'm just saying. It would be. I tell you what, we'll just sit you on the front of the boat and fold your leg up behind you and just pour some duck blood all over you. Y'all keep talking like that. He is never going to get out of the boat when we go up in that swamp. He'll never get it. He'll sit right there. Come on, get out of the boat with me, Cody. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting right here. I was getting ready to ask the same thing, Cody. What is a growth stream? I tell you, while y'all answer that, I'm gonna make a pit stop, and then I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave it running. Y'all keep chatting, and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I got you now. All right. Had to read up a little bit. And what was it? Isn't that the truth, David? I can't remember who everybody is, but I'm like you. I'd rather have 10 people that make comments and that care about what's going on. That's why I like this. I like this little group, man. I was turned. I think Tom at Tom Keltich and Everything Outdoors. He's the one that turned me on to Boxy, and it went from there. And but I had met Tom and started talking to him, I would have never known about you guys. And then, you know, I wouldn't have these friendships that are going on. Yeah, I don't understand all that CTR stuff, the analytics part. And I have probably asked more questions on other, like on Facebook forums, and nobody gives me a definitive answer. And I just don't understand it. It is a good community. Helped you out with the community, getting you in the community. Yeah. And that's what we need to do. And is to help each other, man, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've got a bunch of people on your that follow you everywhere. Now that dude is crazy. Look, Wild Man, I like him, dude. That guy, I'm gonna. When I first saw him, and I can't remember. I think I just ran over him by accident. But that kid is awesome. He really is. I enjoy each and every one of his videos. That drive and passion that he has, it can take him a lot of places. If I had half of the passion that he has, I'd be unstoppable. And that kid is unbelievable. See, I think my major problem, and I don't consider it a problem, but I think what's keeping me is my niche is duck hunting, is waterfowl, and anything and everything about waterfowl. And yes, I put out a fishing video, and yes, I put out a couple of cooking videos, and yes, I put out that crazy 40 question video that I did. But my niche is very narrow, and it's very just straightforward. And I did a little bit of research on the waterfowling niches, and I only found one other channel that is definitely my. I'm not his competition. He's my competition because he is that good, and that's Surviving Duck Season, Joel Strickland. But we have the same kind of format. It's strictly ducks, and I try to if I can do if I can get halfway as good as he is, then I know that I'm doing great. But I think that's my thing. I think if I went more of everything type outdoors, I think that I would have gotten a lot. I'd have grown a lot. I would have been growing a lot faster than I am. But I want to stay right there with the ducks, and I got a lot of good things that could be coming up. Even I'm even planning stuff after the season, getting with people. What is that? 201 700,000 impressions over 90 days and 27,100 views over the last. Cody, that's awesome, dude. You are doing great. You are doing awesome, man. Yeah, but we're gonna have those times, man. We're gonna have those no views and slow times. That's just part of it. Um, it was said when I first started this thing, it was said to me that this is a marathon and not a sprint, and I truly believe that. And I think you're doing awesome. I really do. I've told you that over the phone. I think your channel is great. I know, and I understand that, Cody. I know that when I do hit it, when I get that one video, that one good hunt, that I know that it's going to take off. I just got to get to that one good hunt, and and you're right, Rob. As soon as the big duck season comes in, um, because I've already got some hunts that are planned out in North Carolina now. It happened over the weekend, so I've got a couple of hunts that I can go to, places I can go to, hunt up in North Carolina, in the swamps and there, and on the coast, and on our coast, and our swamps. Um, and I'll be putting out a lot more videos. But right now, it's just, I don't have those. I got ducks on film, but I just don't have any dying. All I have is stuff flying over. I know what you mean, Cody. Yeah. Um, and I don't think you're lazy, dude. I really don't. I mean, we're going to have good hunts and we're going to have bad hunts. And that's what it's all about. And I said very, very early, I'm going to bring you every hunt. Every hunt I go on, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to bring you the hunts that I go on. And if I mess up, I mess up, and then I'll say it, like I did with the teal season. I should have listened to some friends of mine and went to the coast early. You got family? You got family here at Murrells Inlet? Man, I'm going to tell you something. Murrells Inlet has the best seafood on the East Coast. I don't care what anybody says. I don't blame you, homegrown. I'd get out there. No, David, that's good, man. I don't even know what mine is. I hadn't even looked at it. I'd have to go into another I'm on my laptop. I have to go out of this page to look at it. We should do a live on YouTube strategy, like a couple of us. Hey, I'm for it. Not tonight though, because I'm fixing to go call it quits here in a few minutes. But I think you're right. I think you're right, Cody. I think we ought to do a live stream, get a couple, 3 people on panel, and talk about strategies. All right, I'm gonna type this in so y'all can see it, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Mark J, what's happening, bud? That's what I'm looking at as far as my impressions and CTR. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent or anything. My browse, my browse feature says 32.2, and my YouTube search says 16.9. So I don't know how. I don't. I mean, I don't know if that's good or not, or what. Those are my browse features. I don't know if that's good or not. I honestly don't know. I think so. At least I hope so, Rob. Um, but I'm just going to do what I keep doing and enjoying the ride. My goal is 500 supporters before the end of the year. Over half that. Um, I'm over half that now, so I think it's doable. I got 273 supporters now. So if I can get, like I said, if I can get 500 before the year, yeah, it's just going to take time. I got that. I understand that. But I'm always looking for something else, and I know what I got to do is just, I got, what I got to do is I got to kill ducks, you know. And y'all gonna make it as well, man. Cody, you got an awesome channel. Shiner, you got an awesome channel. David, and your channel is awesome. And everybody's got their little niche, and what. And I think everybody's gonna make it. Um, I do. Isn't that the truth, David? No pun intended, right? I go through those little spurts there too, David. I try to put out one video a week, and then I want to put out um, one live a week. And my thinking is my live on Monday, my video comes out on Wednesday, and then that gives it a whole week for people to watch it or whatever. Those that missed the live, they can watch whatever they want to watch, and my video comes out, and that gives them a week, and that gives me time to put out another video. And then, but there are some times where I'll get an idea or something will happen, and I may put out 2 videos or even sometimes 3 videos in a week. But then I find that the first video, which I thought was going to do well, doesn't do as well because the other videos are ahead of it. So, it's a balancing act. And let's see, somebody came in. Who came in? I hope I pronounced this right. Cotterell's Hunting, Trapping Outdoors from West Virginia. Hello, welcome to the channel. Do me a big favor and hit that big old thumbs up for me. It would be greatly appreciated. Gail's back. All right. I do. I do appreciate that, David. I do, guys. I need to get going. I know some people just walked in, and I do appreciate that. I really, really do. But it's a quarter after. It's almost 20 after 10 here. and I've got to leave at 3 a.m. So I need to go get some sleep. I've got a 3-hour drive in the dark in the morning. I want to thank everybody for coming in and hanging out. We've been going on for a little over 2 hours now, and I certainly do appreciate it. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up for me. I would greatly appreciate it. For those who like, and I'm going to say this for all the channels, if you like somebody's video, and I've started doing this, I'll pick a video that I really, really like, and then I'll share it out to my Facebook, and the guys that are people that are in my Facebook pages, and I share it out to them. You may get a view or two, or an extra couple of views. You may even pick up a supporter. But I think that's a good thing that we should try to do, and help each other out as best we can. And doing it that way is one way that we can help each other out. But with all that said, y'all have a good one. And yeah, give me a call tomorrow, Cody. Let me know how the turkeys are. I'd like to know. Hope you got some good footage today. I hope you get some good footage tomorrow. And the rest of y'all have a blessed evening and a great day tomorrow. And I will talk to y'all next time. Y'all take care. Good night.